Hello students, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. I am Shairi Das, Assistant Professor of Electrical Engineering Department from IGL Institute of Engineering. Today we will be dealing with a topic from Embedded Systems, which is a part of the Electrical Engineering curriculum. The topic with which we will be dealing today is Computer-Based Industrial Process Control. Now, Industrial Process Control, better known as ICS, is a general term that encompasses several types of control systems, including supervisory control and data acquisition, that is, your SCADA systems, distributed control system, that is DCS, and other smaller control system configuration, such as your PLCs, which are often found in the industrial sectors and critical infrastructures. ICSs are typically used in industries such as electrical, water, oil and gas, chemical transportation, pharmaceutical, pulp and paper machineries, food and beverages. To explain ICS operation at a glance, the human-machine interface has a dual feedback path with the controller, which is again controlled or which is again remotely attached to the remote diagnostic and maintenance unit. The remote diagnostic and maintenance unit is controlled or has controlled variables which are sent as feedback to the sensory part, which is again getting a feedback from the control process. The control process has the output of process output and gets the process inputs as well. The controller sends the input to the actuators, which in turn send the input signal to the control process. All the disturbances which occur in a system are fed to the control process and they are nullified before formulating the process output. A common example of a temperature control system using process control is here. The temperature and the level of water in the system is modulated by the controller, and the output of the controller, after taking the measurement of the water level and after modifying according to the set point, the controller gives the output to the control valve, which in the later form controls the inlet valve, which maintains the temperature and the gas output. Computers play a very critical role in process control. After technological development of digital computer system, its uses for process control application has tremendously increased. The basic objective of computer-aided processes control is to identify the information flow, to manipulate the material and energy flow of the given process in a desired as well as an optimal way. The requirement in terms of response time, computing power, flexibility and fault tolerances are strict, since the control is to be carried out in real time. Some problems occur due to complexity and as well as geographical separation of process elements, which have to be sorted out using the developments in the computer technology. In today's time, digital computer control application exists of two major areas, that is the passive applications and active applications. Passive applications involve acquisition and manipulation of process data, whereas active applications involve manipulation of process as well. The passive application deals predominantly with monitoring, alarming, and data reduction systems. The captured online process data is sent to the data acquisition. The smart sensors, transmitters, and actuators are now easily available, which have a built-in microcomputer in them. This helps the operator to get real-time process measurement information and automatic transmission in required form for further processing by the process control computer. The smart instruments which are available ensures that the actuator, transmitter, and sensor function according to design. A layout of the passive application where the process through the sensor and transducers is sending the data to the measurement interface, which is sending the measured data to the data acquisition computer, which is processing the data and sending it to the display and the storage unit. One of the major active applications of digital computers is in process control and plant optimization. The advances that we have got in the use of computer control have motivated many changes in the concepts of the operation of industrial processes. Video display terminals now also provide to focus for operators to supervise the whole plant from a single control room. A few keyboards and screens replace large panels of instruments, knobs and switches. Control rooms nowadays are much smaller and fewer people are required for supervision of the plant. Process control computers now have the capability to implement sophisticated mathematical models. The plant managers and engineers who are working in the field can be provided with the comprehensive information concerning the status of the plant operation to aid effective operation. It is not only minimalistic in time but also effort as well, and also leads to an error-free execution. With the use of microprocessor-based instruments and new emerging techniques, it is possible for the automatic tuning of controller parameters for the best operating performance. The expert systems and advanced control techniques such as model-based predictive control are being applied with the help of computers for optimization of process control. The main elements of the computer-based or rather computer-aided process control systems are measurement and data acquisition, data conversion with scaling as well as tracking, data accumulation and formatting, visual display, comparing with limits and alarm rising, recording and monitoring of events, sequence and trends, data logging and computation, and control actions. These elements have led to huge customization as well as optimization of human effort as well as time. As shown in the figure, the controlled valve, that is the output of the process, is measured as before in continuous electrical signal, that is in the analog form, and is converted into a discrete time signal using a device which we commonly called an ADC, that is an analog to digital converter. The value of the discrete signal thus provided is then compared with the discrete form of the set point, which is our desired value, inside the digital computer to produce an error signal. An appropriate computer program representing the controller, which we call as the control algorithm, is executed, which yields a discrete controlled or rather a discrete controller output. The discrete signal is then converted into a continuous electrical signal using a device called DAC, that is digital to analog converter, and the signal is then fed to the final control element. This control strategy is repeated at some predetermined frequency so as to achieve the closed-loop computer control of the entire process. From the point that we have discussed just now, if we take the example of a hot air blower, which the schematic has been shown in the diagram, the computer aided control which we are seeing in this figure, in which a centrifugal fan blows air over to the heating element and into a tube. The hot air temperature at the output is measured and amplified, which is proportional to the temperature. The output temperature can be increased or decreased by varying the heater current. The position of the air inlet valve of the blower is adjusted by means of a reversible motor. The motor operates speed and is turned on and off by using a logic signal which can be directly applied to the controller. This figure represents the computer control of the entire heater or hot air blower which we have just discussed. A general schematic of the computer-aided hot air blower is shown in this figure. The measurement information of air temperature and fan inlet valve position is obtained in the position, or rather in the form of analog signal, whereas that of a fully open and fully closed position of fan inlet valve is obtained in form of digital signal. An ADC is used to convert the analog signal into digital signal before it is fed to the computer. A DAC is used, or rather a digital to analog converter is used to send control signals in an analog form for the motor control. That will be all for today. On our next lecture on the said topic, we'll deal with the classifications of various computer-aided process control. Have a good day. Thank you.